Hello everyone, this is Sinan, Novel Master 007, and today's summary is on the book Sherlock Holmes, The Blue Carbuncle. It was Christmas night, and Watson and Sherlock were seated near the fireplace, and Sherlock told him that the hat which you see was found by the Commissioner Peterson, which arrived at Sherlock's house that morning. Last night, when the Commissioner was walking by the street, he saw a tall man walking with a goose slung over his shoulder where a few men attacked him. When they saw the Commissioner in uniform, they ran away taking the man and the goose with them. But when the Commissioner fired in the air, they dropped the goose and the man's hat fell over. The Commissioner decided to eat the goose and knew that Sherlock even liked to solve the smallest cases, and he brought the hat to him to find out what was the reason behind the attack. Sherlock looked at the hat and surprisingly described the owner and his lifestyle. After an hour, the Commissioner rushed into the house and said that when his wife had roasted the goose and had cut it, there was a beautiful stone which she derived from inside the goose. He said that there was a tag on the left leg of the goose which said it was sold to Bruce Henry Baker. Sherlock Holmes said that the gem was the blue carbuncle which was lost 5 days ago in Hotel Cosmopolitan, and the owner had decided to give £1,000 to the one who returns it, which is not even 10% of the diamond's price, and also that the plumber John Horner, which had entered that room, was accused of stealing the blue carbuncle. When he was caught, the carbuncle wasn't found anywhere. Sherlock immediately placed an advertisement in the paper of a missing goose and a hat which Bruce Henry Baker can collect from his house. Sherlock asked the Commissioner to bring another goose which he can give it to Henry Baker, and in the meanwhile the diamond would be with him. After the Commissioner had left, Sherlock said Watson that there earlier also had been 2 murders, a suicide and many robberies for this little stone so called the Blue Carbuncle. Henry Baker arrived and said that he was attacked last night and the goons threw him from the car at a distance from where the bullet was shot. He had no shock when Sherlock said that they have eaten the goose and bought another one for him. That means Henry did not know anything about the carbuncle. When Sherlock asked him from where did he get the goose, he said that his friend named Windigate gave all his colleagues a goose at Christmas. Sherlock and Watson went to Windigate, where he said that he had got the geese from a salesman, Breckenridge, and gave them the address. When Sherlock asked Breckenridge that where did he get it from, Breckenridge became furious and he said that he won't tell anything. Sherlock blamed him for selling the wrong geese and bread. That's where he challenged him for £100. And as Sherlock expected, Breckenridge had displayed his books of accounts in front of Sherlock, where he realized that Breckenridge had got it from a lady, Miss Oakshott. When Sherlock and Watson were discussing what to do next, a man came to Breckenridge and asked him about the geese he had sold. Breckenridge shouted at the man and asked how does it bother him. The man said that one of the geese belonged to him. Overhearing the entire conversation, Sherlock Holmes asked the man his name. He said his name was John Robinson. "Your real name, please," interrupted Sherlock. The man was shocked, but Sherlock said that he had leads for the goose he is looking for. Saying so, Sherlock took him to his house and set him to be seated near the fireplace, where the man said that his real name was John Ryder and he was the head attendant at Cosmopolitan Hotel. Sherlock said that the goose was very different from the others, and this is what we found. Sherlock flashed the blue carbuncle and said that his game was over and will be thrown in the fire if he does any moment. Sherlock said Watson that Ryder and his companion had blamed Horner, the plumber, as he had past criminal records and he would be doubted for the theft. They managed to slip the carbuncle and themselves raised the alarm. As everyone had Horner as the suspect, Horner ran away in fear. Sherlock figured out the story till here and asked him what happened next and how did the blue carbuncle go into the goose and the goose into the market. Ryder said that he might be one of the suspects when Horner was caught and nothing was found. So he went to his sister Oakshott, who supplied geese into the market. He wanted to sell the blue carbuncle in black at a place called Kilburn, but if he would be searched, the stone would be found. An idea struck his mind when a goose with stripes on his tail went past his leg. He asked his sister for a goose as a Christmas gift. She said that they only have 13 left and have to give a dozen to Breckenridge as delivery, so yes, he can have one. Ryder picked up that one and put the stone in its mouth and pushed it into its stomach. Later, when Ryder cut it after reaching Kilburn, the carbuncle wasn't there. When he called his sister Oakshott and asked, she said that there were two geese who had stripes on their tails. And Ryder realized that the goose with the blue carbuncle went to Breckenridge, to Windigate, to Henry Baker, from whom John tried snatching it, but the commissioner arrived at the scene and fired his gun, where the goose fell, and he and his men took Henry Baker in the car and threw him out at a distance. From where the commissioner picked up the goose, found the stone, and finally gave it to Sherlock Holmes. Ryder fell in Sherlock's feet and started begging for his freedom and swore on Bible that he would never do such a thing again. Sherlock opened the door and said, "Get out." Ryder had a relief and ran from the house with a gratitude on his face. Watson asked him that why did he let him go. Sherlock explained Watson that Horner the plumber also wasn't in danger now, and Ryder was terribly frightened and won't do such a thing again. And after all, it was the season of forgiveness. The blue carbuncle was returned to its owner, and Sherlock Holmes was given a token of £1,000 as promised. This brings us to the end of Sherlock Holmes, the Blue Carbuncle. Please do like this video, and you can follow me on Instagram as NovelMaster007 to be updated. Do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.